Hi YouTube, it's Misty. This is my 2-week post-op video for my gastric bypass, RNY. I had surgery on July 5th, and today is my 2-week post-op. So my starting weight at the highest weight was 354. The day of surgery, I weighed 321. I had lost that weight on my own up to surgery. The last week when I weighed in, I was 310, so I had lost about 11 pounds the first week, which I thought was good considering when you come home you weigh a little bit more than when you went in. And then today I weigh 304, so this week I lost another 6 pounds. So in total that puts me at 50 pounds lost since I started my journey, which was just about 2 months ago. I went through the program with Kaiser pretty quick. So in 2 months, I've lost 50 pounds and I feel amazing. So just want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I've been doing and how my week has went. So this week, I met with my surgeon for my 1-week post-op visit. It was actually about 10 days out. My surgeon was Dr. Yanamula in Kaiser, South Sacramento. I drive about 2.5 hours to see him. I live farther north in Northern California, farther than Sacramento. Everything went really good. He was really happy with my progress. He checked my incision, said everything looked great. He cleared me to go swimming again, which I'm so excited about. I thought it was going to be much longer that I would have to be out of the water. But he said that my incision looked really great and they were healing really great. So he said I'm good to go with swimming. So I'm really excited about that. I actually went back to the gym the next day. This week I went back to the gym, and I know I'm not supposed to be working out for a couple of weeks. I joined a gym probably a month and a half before I had my surgery, and which was a huge deal for me. First day I walked in, walked back out, I was so intimidated. Of course, you think you're the only fat person in the world that's ever worked out. But with the help of my family, I got the courage to go in there. And before surgery, I was doing 3 miles on the elliptical in about 30 minutes, which, for me is a huge accomplishment. It, was a lot of pushing and, work a really hard 30-minute workout to get to the 3 miles for me, someone my size. And then after that, I would do 30 minutes of lap swimming. They have an amazing indoor pool at the gym I go to, and I would do 30 minutes of lap swimming down and back, all different styles, just change it every lap I would go on. And I did that consistently for about 30 minutes. So I was working out maybe like an hour every day, and I really was going about 6 days a week. That's how I lost the 25 or 28 pounds something before surgery. My goal weight was actually only 16, I think. But I was doing really great, and it felt great to work out, so I was doing that. So anyways, I didn't think I was going to be able to go back to the gym for about 4 weeks after surgery, but I decided I was going to go back and just walk before I had my post-op visit. So, because I didn't want to lose the momentum and get out of the routine of going. So my surgeon, said no heavy exercise. So when I went back to the gym, I was just on the treadmill walking at a slower pace, but still walking for 30 minutes on the treadmill. And at first, it was hard because I find I get tired faster now, obviously, because, you don't take in very many calories. But it went, pretty much everything was really good. So I was walking, everything was great. And then when I went for my post-op visit, he said I could get back in the water. So the next day I walked 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I was walking at a, more of a decent pace where I was, sweating, walking. And then I went to the pool and swam for 30 minutes, which was a little bit tougher than when I was going before surgery. I found that I was definitely more tired after the 30 minutes, but I still did it, and I swam the whole 30 minutes and then got out, and you know, felt more tired, but still felt really good and proud of myself. So anyways, back to the gym. I'm hoping that I'll keep that up each day again. And just, you know, it makes me feel good. It makes my lungs feel good. So happy that I'm going back there again. I'm moving on to a different food phase now. I've been on the puree phase for just a couple days. I've done refried beans, cottage cheese, you know, all the normal stuff that everybody else talks about on their videos. Also, my nutritionist said I could pretty much have anything as long as it was pureed. I did try a little bit of meat. I had some turkey. I didn't puree it, but I just ground it up in a processor till it was like super fine. And that went over fine. I haven't had any weird food reactions yet, like to pretty much anything I've eaten. So, you know, everything I try slowly and just kind of see where I'm at and how I'm feeling. But nothing, no bad reactions yet. Still getting in all of my water, still taking my vitamins. So I said this in another video, but I feel so fortunate to have had Dr. Yanamula. My experience so far has been amazing. Very little pain. The only pain I've really had is in the main incision site, which is a stitch in the muscle. Like I said before, no stitches visible on my skin at all. It was more like super glued. My incisions were so tiny. They were like small little round band-aids on my stomach. 4 little tiny round band-aids and then 1 regular size band-aid on the incision that was in the muscle. And like I said, that's the only one that hurts, and it only hurts when you're bending over, or, you know, if I make like a sharp movement or something like that, or getting up and out of bed, and the pain is decreased greatly. It's just, you know, a small pain in that site. So other than that, no pain at all. I have been off pain medicine since I think the 4th day that I've been home. I talked to my doctor about going back to work. I originally had planned on taking 3 weeks off of work because, you know, I just figured that would be, you know, kind of what I needed. He said if I'm feeling good and I'm feeling fine that I can go back to work. So I'm kind of expecting to go back to work on Monday, which will just be good because I'll be up and out of the house. It'll give me more exercise. I'm moving around. When I'm home, I find I'm just like sitting more than I should be. I work standing up all day long, work on my feet all day, so I think it'll be good for me to just be back at work, more exercise, more activity, and just kind of get out of the house. So back to work Monday, I'm excited about that. Today I'm starting my calcium pills and my iron, chewable iron. So I have both of those. I've shown those on another video. The only thing, I'm still looking for a different calcium pill. I hate the fact that I have to have sugar and carbs in my calcium. I feel like I'm trying not to have that in my food, so why would I want that in my vitamin? So I've heard the Wellies brand doesn't have sugar or carbs, so I'm going to look for that. I live in kind of a smaller town, so there's not a lot of options, so I'll look online or look at one of the stores, but I think that's the brand that I'm going to go with. So hopefully I can get it down. It doesn't taste as bad as that B vitamin that I had because I got a liquid B vitamin. Ugh, that went to the trash. Tastes terrible. One more thing I wanted to say is I have a little NSV already. The reason I started this journey, obviously, for weight loss, but one of the main things that I've struggled with for the last several years is I have massive feet swelling. I mean, like, massive feet swelling. I got to a point where I can hardly wear any kind of shoe. I pretty much wear flip-flops year-round. And when I say year-round, I mean year-round. I got to the point where I could only wear flip-flops even in the winter. So, you know, there's nothing good to say and no better way to say it than just basically I could not find a shoe to fit me. I looked online. I tried a million different shoes. The only shoe I could get into was a man's tennis shoe, and I'd have to go up 3 or 4 sizes larger than what I actually wear, just to accommodate the width of, not the width, but the puffiness of my feet. The swelling was massive and extreme to where if you looked at my feet straight on, like literally there was, you know, this much on the top of my feet. Like they looked, you know, abnormal. So when I met my surgeon before my surgery and we talked about that, I was really worried about that because of, you know, blood clots, and I wasn't sure about, you know, having a huge circulation issue because of my feet. And he assured me it would be fine as long as I was walking and wore the leg pump circulation devices, which I did. And everything's been fine so far. But he also told me that it could be just a circulation issue and that my weight had possibly caused a circulatory issue, and maybe just losing the weight wasn't going to be enough to take down the swelling in my feet. So I was saddened by that, but still obviously wanted to lose the weight and was going to give it a try, but I wasn't expecting for my feet swelling to go down just because of the weight loss from what he had said. So this week on probably Wednesday or Thursday, when I'm putting on my tennis shoes to go back to the gym, I look at my feet and I couldn't believe how different my feet were looking already. When I would put on my tennis shoes before, the tongue of the tennis shoe, when I would go to tie the shoe, I could literally see my foot on the top of my shoe. Like the tongue would not cover the top of my shoe. That's how swollen my feet were. I could not tie the shoe completely. It was just like a super loose lace tie up, but you could see my foot on each side of the tongue of the shoe. And then this week when I went to put my shoes on and tie them up, they closed completely. You can't see my foot, my shoe tied up completely. When I'm laying on the couch and I look at my feet, I can't believe how much smaller they look. Like I've never thought ever that my feet would look small, and my feet are looking so much smaller. I mean, they're still swollen, but my flip-flops are fitting me looser, my tennis shoes are tying up, and it's only been 2 weeks. So the massive amount of weight that I was carrying around that's impacting my feet and the swelling, it's already being impacted after only 2 weeks. So I can't say enough how amazing that feels to not, look at my feet and feel like they look like a monster. So I am so excited to see what's to come and what's going to happen to my feet. And I mean, the one thing everybody's like, aren't you so excited to, buy different clothes and to wear different things? And the one thing I was so excited about is just to buy a pair of shoes, because it's probably been 4 or 5 years since I bought a pair of shoes that weren't a flip-flop. So that's the thing I'm the most excited about, and when that day comes, I will make sure to tell all of you. But that's my NSV for this video. So 50 pounds down in 2 months. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see what's yet to come. So thank you all again. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. And I'm so excited to take all of you along with me for the journey. So that's it. I will see you next week on post-op week 3. Bye, guys.